I was a cast member at Walt Disney World for 5 years. I spoke to John Travolta for over 3 minutes and never looked up to even realize he was standing next to me, and this is a cast member story. In 2017, I worked at Space Mountain on the Disney College program. When I worked there, I did all the positions, which was unload, load, fast pass entry, tower control, a bunch. There was an opportunity sometimes to be able to float around and help out other cast members in the operation, one of which was taking people from the unload area to the load area. Now, this wasn't through some kind of backstage door or anything. In fact, you can see it any day you go to the park. All you gotta do is wait through the long line, and then right before you get to the ride, say, I'm too scared to go, and they're gonna send you down the hallway to the unload. Well, I was told to send someone the opposite way. We had a special guest, I didn't ask, and I was told to take them from the unload area to the load area. Now, sometimes we send the guests by themselves. There's only one way to go. They can't really get lost, and we have a cast member at the top that's already loading people into the rockets as they're getting ready to get sent out. But this specific time I was asked, hey, can you walk the guest up? I say, of course, no problem. Here we go. As we're going, I see a man out of the corner of my eye, but I see also a bunch of kids all standing around, and I'm taking all of them back up. Not wanting to lose sight of the kids, I never even look up at the man, and instead, I just say, all right guys, we're gonna go this way. I'm kind of explaining, oh, this is how long I've worked here as we're walking up, talking about the ride, talking about what it's like, what's the speed, how long the ride is. They've already been on it once, but just, sometimes people have extra questions. As I'm answering all of this, I'm walking them up, again, keeping an eye on the kids and never looking up at the man. We get all the way to the top. I tell my cast member, hey, we've got these 6 people. They're going to be riding on a rocket by themselves. We only fit 6 for the Space Mountain in Florida anyway, but still. They get sent out on their own rocket. As I'm going to leave, I thank the man for talking to me. He was saying a little bit about his vacation. I was asking questions. He was asking questions. Easy talking. I go to leave. I say bye. I wave. I look up. And who am I looking at dead in the eyes other than John Travolta? I realized this entire time I have been talking to a celebrity and never realizing at all that I was just treating him like a person, which, to be honest, is probably the exact thing that he wanted. Working at Space Mountain, I actually saw a lot of celebrities, one of them being Neil Patrick Harris. I missed by one day seeing Chris Evans, yes, Captain America. He says that Space Mountain in Florida is the greatest of all the rides, better than the one in Disneyland, which I agree. Missed him by one day. But I was also given the opportunity when I worked over in Pandora, the World of Avatar, to meet the crazy Russian hacker. Meeting celebrities, especially at big rides, is not the most rare thing to happen. Doesn't happen every day, but a couple times a month, it's not uncommon. So being able to look up and say, oh, that's John Travolta, there was definitely a half step where I went, did everything I say was right? Not that I was going to say anything weird to a guest, but you just start thinking back. What did I say? Did I mention the right thing? Did I bump into him? But eventually later, I just realized, well, thanks for Grease. Thanks for all the movies. And I guess you're welcome for treating you like a normal person for just a couple minutes. I'm hoping he enjoyed that. I'm hoping maybe it was memorable to just be able to talk like a person for a little bit and not have everyone take pictures. Who knows? But it all of a sudden made a lot more sense as to why I was asked to walk this special group all the way up the ramp, up onto the ride, and make sure they got their own special vehicle. And that's a cast member story. I'm going to be posting these once a week as long as everyone seems to like them. Just let me know in the comments what you'd like to hear about. When I worked for Disney, I worked at all 4 parks in all these different types of roles. Now, I'm not going to give away backstage information, not going to be posting pictures, so don't worry if this ever goes big. Mr. Disney Lawyer, you don't have to worry about it. It's just going to be the normal stories, okay?